Guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our series on making accessible apps for Apple platforms. And in this particular video we are going to be taking a look at how we can change the order of accessibility elements in SwiftUI and UIKit. Now, why not AppKit? Well, to be fully transparent with you, I could not find the right way to do it in AppKit. Every way I tried did not yield results. So we're not going to cover AppKit for this topic, just like for the next topic in this series, but that'll be for the next video. So how do we change the order that VoiceOver or any other assistive technology focuses on elements? How do we change that order without visually changing the order around? Well, in SwiftUI, we have a modifier called accessibilitySortPriority, and this will tell SwiftUI to tell the assistive technologies, okay, this view needs to go here in your focus order, or this needs to go here in your focus order, right? So one thing we need to keep in mind is that the higher the priority, the further towards the front of the order of views that gets focused it'll be. So here we have 3 views inside of our H stack for a custom stepper. Now, one thing to also keep in mind is that the views you want to change the sort order in the accessibility sort order for, they must be in an H stack or a V stack. They must be in a stack. All right. So let's say we have the accessibility sort priority set to 2 for one of the views. That'll be the first, 1 will be the second, then 0 will be the last. So let's go ahead and do that. We want to focus on the value first in our stepper, and then the 2 buttons, starting from the decrease button and then the increase button as the last element. So for this button here that we have, the increase button, we'll say dot accessibility sort priority, and we will say, because we want our increase button to be the second element that gets focused, we'll say 1. Now for our text, we'll say dot accessibility sort priority is going to be 2, because we want that to be the first element that gets focused on by VoiceOver. And then for our button, our decrease button, or rather our increase button, I should say, let's go ahead and go to the end of this here. There we go. Dot accessibility sort priority is going to be 0. So in this stepper, the first element that's going to be focused is the text, so the value of our stepper. The second element that's going to be focused is our decrease button. Then the last and third element will be our increase button. So let's go ahead and save this and run this. Right, so it's running. It's got to build and do its thing here. All right, so here we are you can see our buttons here as well as our value. Let's go to the title bar here, and then we can try focusing on our stepper here. So we get the value, the text first, then our decrease button, then our increase button. Precisely how we wanted it to be. All right, so changing the order in which VoiceOver or any assistive technology focuses on elements using accessibilitySortPriority is really, really easy. Now, in UIKit, it is almost as easy. There's no modifier or anything you can use, but you just need to modify a specific property on the parent view of the views that you want to change the accessibility focus order on. So let's go ahead and go into UIKit land here. All right. Let's close out of that. We want tutorial app UIKit. There we go. All right. So in here we have a very similar story. We have a custom UI that creates what is effectively a custom stepper. We have two buttons and a label. The label, of course, is what's going to hold the value, and then the two buttons, the increase and decrease buttons. Decrease on the left and increase on the right. Pretty self-explanatory UI. Nothing too complicated in the UI department. Now, inside of our viewDidLoad method, you can do this inside of configure. It'll be just fine, but I'm going to do this inside of viewDidLoad. The specific property that we need to modify on our view is accessibilityElements. So we'll say view, because the view assigned directly to our view controller is the parent view of all three of these views. Dot accessibilityElements. Now, you can see in our inline documentation autocomplete thing that this is an array this is an array of views. So this can be, you can see that it's pretty much an array of optional any, but most of the time this is views, right? So what we'll do here, it will say equals an empty array. Now, when we have this set to an empty array, now we're basically telling an assistive technology there's no accessibility elements here for you to focus, even though our buttons and our label are technically accessibility elements. If you set this array's value manually, you have to include every single view that must be focused by assistive technologies. You cannot leave anything out if you want everything to be focused. Because if you leave it out, it will not be focused by VoiceOver or any assistive technology. All right, so inside of this array, we need to put in our elements in the exact same order that we want them to be focused by VoiceOver. So the first one we want focused is our value label. So value label. I believe it's value label, isn't it? Yes, value label. Value And then we want our decrease button to be focused second. So decrease button. And then third, our increase button, like that. All right, now we can save this and run our code. It's going to load into a Catalyst application here to make it easier on me. Now we can see 0 is focused first, decrease is focused second, and then increase is focused last. That is precisely what we wanted to happen. All right, so that pretty much does it for how we can change the order of accessibility elements in SwiftUI and UIKit. Again, we didn't cover AppKit because I could not find a way that works in AppKit. If there is a way and you know about it, please share it down in the comments below, because I want this to be kind of a go-to resource for people to learn how to do certain things with accessibility in their apps. And if you, the viewer, have anything to share, please do. All right. So thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.